Right now on 10 News this morning, Florence downgraded to a tropical depression, but it is still leaving a path of deadly destruction. Officials saying the danger is not over yet.
Local volunteers from the San Diego Humane Society heading into Florence's path right now. How they're using special training to rescue pets.
And we are staying on top of breaking news. Take a look at this. A driver cut from his car after crashing into a pole in Chula Vista. We're live from the scene with details on the hours-long rescue. 10 News starts right now.
Live from the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
Welcome back on this Sunday morning. Great to have you here. I'm Jim Patton.
I'm Mary McKenzie. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Second day of the weekend, just getting started. Looks like it's going to be every bit as nice as yesterday.
Oh yeah, we are starting to see some of that cloud cover burn off, making way for lots of sunshine here. Our downtown Skycam, a few low clouds, but again, it is going to shape up to be a nice day for your Sunday if you are going to be doing anything outdoors. 71 degrees, calm winds at sunset a few minutes before 7 o'clock tonight. Along the coast today, if you want to head to the beach, it's going to be a beautiful day to do so. Mid to upper 70s by later on this afternoon. In our inland valleys, it will be warm, not quite as warm though as what we have been seeing. By the lunch hour, mid 80s, and then for your high, we will be in the upper 80s later on today. Jim?
Mel, thank you. And happening right now, let's give you a live look from Wake County, South Carolina, where you can see how high the water is rising here. Actually, just cars stuck in traffic with this particular shot, this live shot we're getting right now. Earlier, we saw the water is nearly covering a truck. Now, Florence is weakened to a tropical depression, but the National Hurricane Center says flash flooding and major river flooding will continue. At least 14 people have died. Hundreds have been rescued. ABC's Emily Rao is in Wilmington and has been tracking the storm since before it made landfall.
As the relentless rain continued pounding the Carolinas Saturday, Florence offering new reminders she's not over yet.
Okay, guys, we're gonna have to stop coverage right now because we have got to get to our safe zone right now. So
our ABC affiliate in Wilmington, WWAY, stopping its live broadcast because of a tornado warning early Sunday morning.
Okay, all right.
We gotta go.
And water rescues still happening. In Jacksonville, North Carolina, Coast Guard crews and helicopters swooping in to help. And when this military Humvee drove too far into a flood zone, Good Samaritans stepping in to rescue the rescuers.
I have never seen flash flooding like this occur in our state.
State officials navigating devastating flooding as they coordinate recovery efforts. The death toll from Florence now at 13 people. And 2 of those deaths happened right here in Wilmington, North Carolina, when this huge tree fell into this home, crushing a woman and her 8-month-old baby. Frank Hendrickson lives a few doors down and also chose not to evacuate.
I definitely considered it, but if I wouldn't have left, I would have lost my house.
While others vow this hurricane will make them rethink the next one.
After this experience, I would never stay in a Cat 3 or Cat 4.
As of last night, at least 800,000 people did not have power in North and South Carolina. The governor of North Carolina telling people yesterday it is not yet safe to come back home. Emily Rao, ABC News, Wilmington, North Carolina.
And today, the San Diego Humane Society they're sending crews right now to the Carolinas to help rescue animals who've been stranded or affected by Florence in some way. The team is FEMA certified. They've been training in swiftwater rescues of animals of all sizes. Last year, more than 100 dogs and cats were rescued and brought over from Hurricane Harvey to San Diego. For the very latest information, there is certainly much more to come from Tropical Depression Florence, including all the ways that you can help. Just download our 10 News app.
And breaking news now, fire crews rescuing a driver who crashed into a pole on Olympic Parkway in Chula Vista. That pole ended up going right through the car, landing virtually on the driver's lap. 10 News reporter Laura Salgado is out at the scene in Chula Vista. Do we know how the driver is doing, Laura?
Good morning. Well, within the last half hour, I was able to find out that the teen has serious leg injuries and unknown internal injuries. He does have life-threatening injuries. Take a look at his car. The officer that was on scene told me moments ago that it is a miracle that he survived this. I want to direct your attention to the light pole. You guys mentioned that the pole essentially landed in his lap. That is because when he hit the pole here on Olympic Parkway, the car wrapped itself around around the pole. That is how fast officers say he was going. I was able to confirm that speed was a factor in this crash. Now, the accident happened at about 5:30 this morning. This is all according to police. They say he was driving eastbound on Olympic, just west of Heritage, when he lost control and crashed into the light pole. It is still unknown if drugs or alcohol are a factor, but police say they don't suspect that right now. There aren't any signs in the vehicle that would indicate, but they are saying that speed was a factor. They want drivers to remember, specifically on this road on Olympic Parkway, to slow down. They have closures in effect right now from west of Heritage. The westbound lanes are completely closed, so if you are coming in the Otay Ranch area in this part of Chula Vista, they want you to go around, and they also want you to slow down. They expect to have this open within the next 30 to 45 minutes. Reporting live in Chula Vista, Laura Acevedo, 10 News.
Laura, thank you. The typhoon we were talking about that slammed into the Philippines yesterday morning, leaving 40 people at least dead so far. It is now closing in on Hong Kong. The storm alert was raised to its highest level in that city as Typhoon Mangkhut swirled off the coast. The city's already been preparing for the storm. They've shut down shops, suspended travel, and they're warning people to stay inside because of damage like this. Watch this crane here in Hong Kong just waving in the wind, and this is just the first sign of what's to come. Mangkhut, one of the strongest storms to hit the city in more than 6 decades. They expect wind gusts of up to 127 miles an hour.
Border Patrol agent out of Texas has been charged with murder in what authorities are calling a 2-week killing spree. 35-year-old Juan David Ortiz was taken into custody and charged with 5 felonies. Authorities found the bodies of 3 women and 1 man over the past 2 weeks. District attorney says all of the victims were prostitutes. Break in the case came after a woman said she had been kidnapped. She escaped and gave state troopers a description that led them to Ortiz. According to a criminal complaint, Ortiz did confess to the killings. Investigators say there could be other victims.
A developing story now. 5 people have been killed, several more hurt after a group of men disguised as mariachi musicians started shooting into a crowded tourist area in Mexico City. Officials there say that people were in the city's well-known Plaza Garibaldi for Mexico's Independence Day celebrations when the shootings started. They say someone from another country was among the people killed. They haven't yet said, though, where that person was from. The gunmen took off on motorcycles and they have not been caught.
FEMA testing a new warning system later this week. The goal is to alert Americans to emergencies like severe weather or missing children. Most cell phone users will receive the alert Thursday afternoon. The message will be titled Presidential Alert because it is being ordered by the Trump administration. The alert will indicate it's only a test of the alert system. Major cell phone carriers including AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint are taking part. FEMA will also do the test of the alert on radio and television.
About 7,000 volunteers around the county hit the coast to do some cleaning up yesterday. Great turnout. Mission Bay says that that was just one of the more than 100 sites where volunteers got started cleaning up yesterday, and they removed about 130,000 pounds of trash. And there were some unusual findings, as there always are. A disco ball, a stuffed tiger, fake eyelashes. I don't know how you find those. That's a needle in a haystack.
Sounds like there was a party.
Right? And, more than 600 golf balls. That represents a lot of shanked shots and a whole lot of swearing going on, I suppose. The event hosted by the I Love a Clean San Diego group, and they are marking 34 years of Coastal Cleanup Days.
Teaching good habits. To see the little girl there helping out as well. Well, today's the final day of the KAABOO Music Festival, and so far fans say they've been enjoying it. Yesterday was the busiest and longest day of KAABOO. The crowds were large, as this is the first time the festival is sold out for the entire weekend. Fans say they love the mixture of art, comedy, and music, and unlike many music festivals, KAABOO offers beach-like hangout areas and even a pool where you can watch the concerts.
This is what you need to do when you come to KAABOO.
This is awesome, man.
There's nothing better in San Diego today.
These are like teenagers, these guys. The endless teenagers. Last night's big headliner was Imagine Dragons. Tonight, Katy Perry takes the stage for the final music performance of the festival.
Now, San Diego's most accurate forecast. 10 News Pinpoint Weather, sponsored by Mission Federal Credit Union.
So 8:37 on a Sunday morning, I'm starting to think about brunch. What's the brunch forecast?
We've been, look,
although we started eating it
we've been
too
eating all
this
morning, and she's thinking
really
about
have.
brunch.
We really have.
Yeah.
And you know, I do want to bring up something very important. On Twitter, we ran a poll about how many pieces of bacon is appropriate for breakfast. And you know what? I just got the results of that. The poll is over. Of the nearly 240 people that voted, between 3 to 5 slices is appropriate.
Oh,
and
it's being voted on. It's not like a medical
No, this is called Mel's Twitter page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
And then
That's scientific polling, though.
yeah, this was just for fun, but people went ahead and gave their input, and then we had about 12% that said you can eat more than 10 pieces of bacon.
Who are those people?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but you know what?
But more power to them. Enjoy your brunch.
Yeah, exactly. I just had to share that very important information because, hey, you know what? We talk a lot about food here, and it's perfect to eat breakfast by the shore because we have beautiful scenes like this. This is Pacific Beach Skycam. A few people already enjoying the day right here, walking along the beach. Water temperatures there in the lower 70s right now, between 71, 72 degrees. Still dealing with some morning low clouds. The afternoon will be much clearer and then slightly cooler over the next few days. Temperatures going to drop here a degree or two over the next couple of days. Right now, 70 degrees there in Julian. Ramona at 65. Good morning in Escondido. 68, 66 there in Poway, and La Jolla currently at 67 degrees. 24-hour temperature change, not too much of a difference. You can see a degree or two plus or minus compared to this time yesterday. So we are going to see a very slight drop here, but people are going to welcome that slight drop. If you are heading out to Cebu, it's going to be a nice one here. 73 degrees by later on this afternoon. We're going to dip down slightly to 69 by 8 p.m. tonight for another full day out there in Del Mar. Your forecast highs here, 74 in Carlsbad, 12 degrees warmer there in Escondido. Julian expected to hit the lower 80s, warmer in El Cajon in the upper 80s. 7-day forecast here. There is that very slight dip we are talking about, 77 degrees Tuesday through Thursday there along the coast. Our inland valleys, we're going to see the lower 80s by Wednesday, 81 degrees. Those overnight lows in the lower 60s. Heading up to the mountains, some breezy conditions expected today. We're going to be in the lower 80s over the next couple of days and then upper 70s midweek. And the desert's also cooling down. It's still going to be hot, but we're not talking about triple digits there by Wednesday.
Overall, it sounds great.
I know.